Okay, we are going to be doing the endocrine system notes for your human body booklet. You'll need your pencil or pen, your human body booklet, turn to the endocrine system. I'm going to read through the slides. You're going to complete the missing information in your human body booklet for endocrine system. And then you're going to watch the video after I'm done, the video that's going over how do your hormones work. Okay, so I'm going to turn this to a full screen. The endocrine system, the TEAC is 712B, identify the functions of the endocrine system. Okay, and then there's a video that you'll watch at the end. The endocrine system, description and function. It regulates the body with hormones. Regulates the body with hormones. And the other job, the hormones, the chemical signals released by glands and transported in the blood, tells the body what to do. So in our body, we have several different glands that produce hormones and release them, and we'll look at a picture soon. But the organs of the system are the glands. The glands. Okay, so here's the picture I was kind of talking about. We have a couple different glands up in our brain, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the pineal gland. They all have slightly different functions. If you remember the video Osmosis Jones, they talk about the hypothalamus, and remember Red Devil was trying to warm up Frank and he was going to take over the hypothalamus. So our hypothalamus has a lot to do with our body temperature. The pituitary gland is kind of our gland that starts puberty in young people. So that's the one that kind of regulates when we start puberty, and then it produces hormones that we use for the rest of our life. The parathyroid gland is in the throat. So these are right around the windpipe, the esophagus. The thyroid, that helps us with some digestion and how fast we digest our food. The thymus, kidneys also are part of this, and they have adrenaline glands, which is where we get our adrenaline. The pancreas and the kidneys, remember, are part of the excretory system, which we'll talk about, I believe, the next day. And then adrenaline glands, that goes with our fight or flight if you're in situations where you're not sure what to do. Pancreas goes with our digestive system. And then we have the testes in the male and then the ovaries in the females. And again, those are part of the endocrine system. Okay, so I kind of went through each of the glands, but this is going to give you some more details about them. Major glands, hypothalamus controls temperature, thirst, hunger, sleep, and mood. The pituitary gland regulates growth and metabolism. Again, this is the one that really helps us with puberty. Thyroid controls the rate of energy production. So if you have a lot of energy or a little energy, and that can change throughout life as far as how much hormones that the thyroid is making. Adrenaline glands helps the control of blood sugar, regulates blood pressure, and the fight or flight that I was talking about. And then ovaries in female produces egg cells, and then the testes in the male produces the sperm. The pancreas produces insulin for digestion. Some problems or diseases that we might have with this system is diabetes. We have diabetes 1 or 2. 1, it would be like you're born with a pancreas that does not function properly. And you usually know if you have diabetes 1 at an early age. Diabetes 2 has a lot to do with how you're taking care of your body and your diet. And then number 2, hypothyroidism, and then hyperthyroidism. Obviously, these both deal with the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland can't make enough hormones to keep the body running normally, or it makes too much. So hypothyroidism is when your thyroid gland isn't making enough. And then the hyper one is it's making too much. And these control things like weight and heartbeat. And then the last one is insomnia. So you're not able to sleep. Our brain, our glands, hormones kind of get us ready for bed. So that would be insomnia. If you are not able to sleep, it could be a hormone issue. Remember, you should be filling those in. So hopefully you got those down. Okay, so system interdependence. What other systems does the endocrine system work with? Well, endocrine and the circulatory system work together. The blood carries the hormones from the glands. In the picture, it says hormones, chemical protein messengers from the endocrine system secreted by the glands into the blood circulatory system. And secreted just means that it's released. So they release hormones from those glands. And then system interdependence, the endocrine and the nervous system works together. The brain controls the glands. So our brain will definitely send messages to the glands that say, okay, produce more hormones, produce less. Remember, a lot of those glands are up in the brain area. The pituitary gland, remember, is the puberty one. So our brain tells our body, or the pituitary gland, when it's ready to become a young adult, and it will tell it to start producing hormones. And then those hormones go throughout your body to start for the female to the ovary and to the male to the testes to start producing the sex cells. Okay. Remember, system independence, when we're talking about this, we could talk about more than the ones we're giving you. We just came up with a couple. Remember, all systems in the body work together. We could say pretty much any system, we could debate it. Some interesting facts. Plants produce hormones without an endocrine system. Okay, so plants do produce hormones, and they don't actually have an endocrine system. The body makes almost 30 different hormones. These are largely the same between different mammal type species. All right, that's our last slide. So after this, you're going to go make sure you watch the video that will go through how the system works with a lot of graphics. So make sure you get that done. Hopefully you filled out your booklet. If not, you need to go back and get the ones that you missed.